Well, good afternoon, lug nuts. Today we have a little bit of a different kind of video for you. I have my trusty social media manager and oldest son uh, shooting video for me today. And some of you have seen him comment on some of the videos and stuff like that. And he is the one who is responsible for getting our videos posted and everything else. And his name is Bo, otherwise known as Lug Nut Number One. And he's helping me out today. He's going to be shooting this video. So since I've got his help here, we're going to do, like I said, a different kind of video. And today we're going to introduce you to not necessarily a project, but one of the cars in the fleet that is going to be up for sale. That's right, lug nuts. You have the opportunity to own one of the Roberts Classic car fleet. And we'll get into those details a little bit later. But just a little backstory on this car. This is a 1971 Chevelle Super Sport clone. It is not a true Super Sport. It is a two-door coupe, but it has been upgraded with the Super Sport badge. Now, this is not your normal 71 Chevelle. This is not Grandma's 71 Chevelle. This one's a little bit nasty. It has a 6-liter LS GM Performance engine in it that's got a really nasty cam and makes a good deal of horsepower. As a matter of fact, it shows to have, I've got a dyno sheet that shows that it's got 399 true horsepower to the wheels. Now, my guess is that's with nominal tuning and could probably be made to make more. So, how did I come up with this gem? Well, you might ask. Well, I kind of got it in a trade. So, turns out that Mama Lugnut, let me roll that back a little bit. I was building a 1949 Chevrolet pickup truck for Mama Lugnut. We'd been working on it for about 4 years, and, you know, as things happen, I got carried away. I kind of overbuilt it. Did a lot of custom work to it. Was having a guy build it for me. And we were putting a gorgeous paint job. Truck was coming out absolutely beautiful. Maybe we can get lug nut number one to insert some of the pictures of it into this video. So I believe that might have been him nodding yes. So we got into the project, and then I made the fatal mistake of telling Mama Lugnut how much the paint job cost on the thing. And when she found that out, she realized that she didn't want to drive it out of fear of scratching it. So we got about 3/4 of the way done with the project, got a bunch of money invested into the project with a bunch more to be spent, with a little bit more to get it completed. And I turned out, you know, we were just going to end up getting it completed to never drive it and probably have to sell it. So I decided that I would make a deal with the guy who was building it. And we traded off for this beauty. So now we own this beauty outright, traded off that project. So not a car I would have bought, not a car I would have built, but it's a good car to take in trade for an unfinished project. We're going to see what we can get for it. I've got it listed on Facebook Marketplace, but we'll see what happens and everything else like that. So with that being said, let's kind of take you on a tour around the car. All right, lug nuts, let's start our tour under the hood of this baby. So pop the old noggin here, power barn, and underneath we see that this thing is just not stock. That is an LS 6-liter. Does have a heavy cam in it, a lot of deletes. It's got a new EFI system in it. Got upgraded brake system, fuel pressure regulator. Now, it does not have heater or AC because this thing is built as a go-fast car. That could be added if you so chose, just not my thing and not planning on doing it. We do have the aluminum radiator, keeps this thing cool. We've got a set of long tube headers on it. And this thing does have a pretty gnarly cam in it, as you'll see from some of the video in this series. She does, she gets a little peppy. Now, all of this is backed by a Tremec 6-speed manual transmission and a McLeod clutch. That makes this thing a whole lot of fun to drive. It is sporty, to say the least. It's got a little spice to it. While we're under the hood, you'll also see some of the suspension upgrades, where we've got the upper and lower control arms on this car are all tubular, and we've got coilover shocks in the front to make it steer and ride like a new car. Super clean, all painted under the hood, all painted up and super clean. It probably needs to be wiped down pretty good because I haven't wiped it in a little while, but overall, it's pretty awesome. So, what's she like on the inside? Well, you take a look at the inside of this thing, and you've got bucket seats, you've got a custom center console, you've got the manual 6-speed, you've got a Grant GT steering wheel. I will say that the speedometer does not work, but the fuel gauge does. You do have aftermarket gauges in the center console, as well as a couple of cup holders and a place for your cell phone. This interior was completely redone. That's new carpet, new seat upholstery. It's got new trim, new floor mats. The headliner is the original one, but interior, this thing is almost perfect, almost perfectly restored. All right, so let's take a little bit of look at the drivetrain on this thing. We've talked about the engine, we've talked about the transmission, but this thing has a set of ultralight weld racing wheels. In the front, you got a standard size tire in the front. In the back, it's got a GM 10-bolt rear end that's been narrowed to accommodate the slicks, well, not really slicks, but drag radials and weld racing wheels in the back. All of that is designed to provide maximum traction to the ground to get this thing to stick. But that doesn't mean that you can't blow the tires off of this thing if you try to. It's got new rear suspension in it. It's got the disc brakes all the way around. It's also got new control arms in the back, and new springs, new shocks all the way around. This thing is super clean and will run like a scalded dog. All right, let's take her for a drive, shall we? Yeah, she's got a little power to her. She's a little nasty. She's a dirty, nasty girl. But for all the power and all the upgrades and everything else, it's still a pretty tame cruiser. You can cruise it without it being just completely unruly. Oh, we got us a little Mustang. We try to get not too crazy out here. It's a little disrespectful sometimes. All right, lug nuts. As you can see, she's pretty nasty. She's a lot of fun to drive. It's if you need a muscle car, this is the absolute definition of muscle car. So with that being said, we're going to close out today's video. You can purchase this car today, any day you so choose. You can reach out to me at robertsclassiccar@gmail.com. Trusty Lugnut number 1, my filmographer and videographer and social media manager, will make sure that that gets posted on here, and you can reach out, send me an email, and I'll respond with the details. I do have a book of receipts and a bunch of other stuff. It does have a clear blue Texas title in my name and is ready for sale right now. So with that being said, I'm going to sign off for the day, Lugnuts. And with toys like this, you always have to remember, let's keep the rubber side down and the shiny side up.